Video begins. You're holding a generic, unappealing bag of pre-ground supermarket coffee. You look disappointed. Are you tired of spending your hard-earned money on coffee that just tastes brown? You know, that bitter, flat, and totally uninspiring stuff? What if I told you that for the exact same price, you could be drinking coffee that's bursting with flavor, from chocolatey and nutty to bright and fruity? Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, I am going to demystify the coffee aisle and give you the 5 essential keys to buying amazing coffee every single time, even if you're a complete beginner. Your mornings are about to get a serious upgrade. Transition to a brighter, more energetic shot, maybe in a nice kitchen or in front of a shelf of beautiful coffee bags. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's be honest, walking into a coffee shop or staring at the coffee section in a grocery store can be overwhelming. You see all these bags with fancy labels talking about origins, processing methods, and flavor notes like jasmine and bergamot. It feels like you need a secret decoder ring just to pick one. But it's actually much simpler than it seems. The first and most important rule is to buy whole beans. I can't stress this enough. The moment coffee is ground, it starts to lose its flavor and aroma at a rapid pace. Think of it like an apple. Once you slice it, it starts to brown and lose its crispness, right? Coffee is the same. Those pre-ground bricks of coffee, they've been sitting on the shelf already stale before you even buy them. Investing in a simple, inexpensive grinder is the single biggest step up you can make in your coffee game. It preserves the delicate oils and volatile compounds that give coffee its incredible taste. So rule number 1, always buy whole beans. You'll thank me later. Alright, now that you're committed to buying whole beans, the next thing to look for on the bag is the roasted on date. This is a game changer. Avoid bags that only have a best buy date. A best buy date can be months or even a year after the coffee was roasted. Coffee is a fresh agricultural product, and it's at its peak flavor within the first few weeks after roasting. Ideally, you want to buy coffee that has been roasted within the last 2 to 4 weeks. Think of it like fresh bread from a bakery versus a packaged loaf from the supermarket. You can taste the difference, right? The same applies to coffee. A roaster who is proud of their product will put the roast date front and center. It's a sign of quality and transparency. If you can't find a roast date, it's a red flag. Put that bag down and walk away. Your taste buds deserve fresh coffee. So we've got whole beans and a recent roast date. What's next? Let's talk about origins. Now, don't get intimidated by this. You don't need to be a world geography expert, but understanding some general characteristics can help guide your choice. Coffee growing regions are often grouped into 3 main areas: Latin America, Africa, and Asia Pacific. As a very general rule of thumb, coffees from Latin American countries like Colombia, Brazil, or Guatemala often have those classic, comforting flavors we associate with coffee. Think chocolate, nuts, and caramel. They're usually well balanced and make a great daily brew. Then you have African coffees, especially from places like Ethiopia or Kenya. This is where things get exciting and vibrant. These coffees are often bright, acidic, in a good way, like the pleasant tartness of a citrus fruit, and can have incredible floral or fruity notes. If you've ever heard someone say their coffee tastes like blueberries or lemons, it was probably from Africa. And finally, you have coffees from the Asia-Pacific region, like Indonesia or Papua New Guinea. These tend to be bold, earthy, and full-bodied, sometimes with spicy or herbal notes. If you like a rich, deep, and heavy cup, this might be your jam. Don't feel pressured to memorize all this. The key is to just start paying attention. If you try a coffee from Colombia and you love it, next time you might look for another one from that region. It's about exploring and discovering what you personally enjoy. Okay, let's move on to our 4th key: understanding flavor notes. When you see notes of chocolate, cherry, and almond on a bag, it doesn't mean they've added flavorings to the coffee. These are the natural, inherent tastes that the coffee bean develops based on its variety, the soil it was grown in, the altitude, and how it was processed and roasted. It's just like how wine can have notes of oak or berries. For a beginner, I'd suggest starting with flavor profiles that sound appealing and familiar to you. If you love chocolate, look for a bag that mentions notes of cocoa or brownie. If you prefer something lighter, maybe look for notes of citrus or stone fruit. Don't overthink it. This is your guide to finding a flavor profile you'll enjoy. The more coffee you taste, the better you'll get at identifying these subtle notes yourself. It's a fun journey of developing your palate. And finally, our fifth and last key for today: where to buy your coffee. While you can find decent coffee in some supermarkets now, your best bet is to look for a local roaster. These are small businesses that are passionate about quality. They source their beans carefully and roast them in small batches, ensuring maximum freshness. Go into the shop, talk to the barista or the roaster. Tell them what you like. Do you like a rich chocolatey coffee or something bright and fruity? They are the experts and are almost always thrilled to help guide you to a bag you will love. They can tell you the story behind the beans and give you brewing tips. Supporting local roasters not only gets you better coffee, but also connects you to a passionate community. If you don't have a local roaster, many of them have online shops and will ship fresh coffee right to your door. So, let's do a quick recap. The 5 keys to buying great coffee are: 1. Always buy whole beans. 2. Check for a recent roasted on date. 3. Pay attention to the origin to get a general idea of the flavor profile. 4. Use the tasting notes on the bag as your guide. And 5. Buy from a local roaster whenever possible. If you follow these 5 simple steps, I guarantee you will elevate your coffee experience from a mundane routine to a delicious daily ritual. You'll start to taste the incredible diversity that coffee has to offer, and you'll never look at that can of pre-ground stuff the same way again. It's not about being a coffee snob. It's about enjoying something simple and making it truly exceptional. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this guide helps you on your coffee journey. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more coffee tips and brewing guides. Let me know in the comments what your favorite type of coffee is. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next video.